It's been a while since we've heard from HP, but now they're ready to show off their latest premium machines, starting with new Envy and Elite models. The Envy models are some of HP's more higher-end machines right below the Spectre lineup. And this year, of course, there's a new Envy 13 and a new Envy 17. These are HP's more straightforward Ultrabooks. They don't have too many frills. They both have 1080p screens. They have a slightly more refined design than last year. HP's also going for this cool Damascus knife-looking design along their edges. Just for, it's a bit of flair. It really doesn't mean anything. It's a laser-etched design, but it kind of differentiates these laptops from some others on the market. And when it comes to specs, there aren't really many surprises. They'll have 8th generation processors like all of these new machines, and pretty basic graphics too. The Envy 13 has integrated graphics, and the Envy 17 has NVIDIA's MX150, which can play some games, but isn't as fast as like their GTX 1050 and 1060 GPUs. And of course, there are also a couple convertibles in this lineup too. There's a new Envy X360 13. That one only has AMD CPUs, and it comes with either Vega 8 or RX Vega 10 graphics. There's also the Envy X360 15, which is of course a little larger. That one has Intel and AMD CPUs and has the same choice of graphics as well on the AMD side and integrated graphics on the Intel side. And both of the X360 convertibles also feature HP's privacy screen. When you flip it on, that basically makes the screen a blank white display if you're looking at it from anything but straight on. That's useful if you're just working in a cafe and you don't want somebody to see what you're writing. But it does kind of reduce the brightness of the screen, so there are some drawbacks to that. All those Envy laptops will be available in May, and strangely enough, the convertibles are actually cheaper than the traditional laptops. The X360 13 starts at $760, while the 15-inch version starts at $750. The traditional Envy 13 starts at $999, and the Envy 17 starts at $1049. Overall, these are pretty affordable for premium machines. These are kind of HP's competitors to like the MacBook Air or computers like that. On the higher end, they definitely have the Spectre, of course. And outside of laptops, there are also new Envy all-in-ones, a 27-inch and a curved screen 34-inch. These feature a new design. The screen actually looks like it's floating almost above the base. HP also moved the speakers down to the actual base area, so they're a little bigger, a little more pronounced than before. And these machines also have a wood grain finish around the back. Again, just an aesthetic thing. It doesn't actually mean much. It's still made out of the same sort of metals as before. And one cool thing, if you have a modern smartphone, the base itself supports wireless charging, so you could just put your Android phone, your iPhone down, and it'll charge really quickly. HP says it's around 3 times faster than normal wireless charging. You'll be able to grab the 27-inch all-in-one for $1,400, also in May. The bigger one will appear sometime later this year. As for HP's more professional lineup, there's the EliteBook X360 1030. HP claims this is the smallest business-focused convertible out there. It should get around 18 hours of battery life, according to them, and it can also have built-in LTE. So it's a really powerful all-around machine, especially if you want a convertible. And they're also continuing along with their detachable laptop lineup with the Elite X2 1013. This is more of a Surface Pro competitor from HP, and we've seen a bunch of X2s over the past few years, but this is definitely the most powerful one. It has that beautiful hinge that kind of just pops out from the back. The screen, of course, can be detached from the keyboard. It feels like a solid machine, definitely with its all-metal construction, and it has a really sturdy keyboard cover too. It feels more like a traditional laptop than the Surface does when you're holding it. And rounding out the entire Elite family is the EliteBook 1050. This one's interesting because HP actually managed to fit an NVIDIA GTX 1050 graphics in there, and that just makes it a decently capable gaming machine, but also useful for business users and content creators who want to render video or any sort of 3D content, honestly. And finally, there's the Elite One 1000, which is HP's new all-in-one for business users. They're saying this is more of a device that you can collaborate with other people with. It's a 34-inch, beautiful-looking machine. Pretty much straightforward for an all-in-one, though. It'll be a little more powerful than that other Envy model. It'll have screen sizes anywhere from 23.8 inches all the way up to 34 inches. What's really interesting about the 34-inch model is you'll have the choice of discrete AMD Radeon RX 560 graphics as well. The EliteBook X360 and Elite X2 will be available in June, starting at $1,449 and $1,499 respectively. The EliteBook 1050 is going to be available this month, starting at $1,899, while the Elite All-in-One will start at $1,279 when it arrives in June. And finally, for laptop users who enjoy having a second screen display, there's the Elite Display S14, and that's a 14-inch USB-C external monitor that you could just plug right in and use it as a typical separate display. And that's going to be available in July, starting at $219. So overall, no big surprises from HP this year on the premium lineup. What we're really seeing is that they're doubling down on everything they do well. Both the Envy and Elite machines are well designed and sturdy machines with a lot of power in there. They're not exactly gaming devices, but they're the sort of things general users may want if they want something better than an entry-level PC.